in the coming age of Kali, men will have short lives. Their intelligence and memories will be diminished. Not only this, they will also be faithless, misguided, corrupt, hypocritical, quarrelsome, unlucky, and above all of this, always disturbed. What will be the ultimate benefit of such unfortunate souls? The Vedas recommend the performance of sacrifices as a means by which men's all activities can be purified. However, such a process is not easily accessible to all classes of men. Thus, I will divide the one Veda into 4 parts in order to simplify it for the benefit of all humanity.
After dividing the Vedas and writing the Puranas, the Veda and the Mahabharata, Vyasadeva began to reflect. After dividing the Vedas and writing the Puranas, the 5th Veda and Mahabharata, Vyasadeva began to reflect.
I am feeling incomplete, though I myself have mastered and written all the Vedas.
Shima Narayana, 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 Shima Narayana, 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 Shima Narayana, 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 Why do you look so worried? What is on your mind? You have written all the Vedas, the Brahma Sutra, the Puranas, Upanishads, the Mahabharata. Yet you are dissatisfied. How is this possible?
Oh, Gurudev, I have just been wondering this very same thing. I cannot understand. Oh, Gurudev, you are the knower of everything. Please, tell me, what is the cause of my discontent?
You have overemphasized Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. In other words, you have given great importance, explained in great detail, economic development, religiosity, sense gratification, and liberation. And you have not given importance to pure Bhakti. The people in general are naturally inclined to enjoy, and you have encouraged them in this way, in the name of religion. Therefore, for those who are not so well situated due to their material attachments, should be given the opportunity to attain the highest goal in life through the transcendental descriptions of the activities of the Supreme Lord.
Oh yes, that's right. I have not written anything like that.
Did you write how Krishna, the Supreme Lord, has become the son of Nanda and Yashoda, and how although he is unconquerable, he is conquered by their love and affection, and the love and affection of his friends like Subal and Sridham, who even defeat him in wrestling? Krishna sometimes becomes so pleased when his friends take the remnants of food from his own mouth and forcibly place it into his mouth of that transcendental Supreme Lord? Have you written these things?
No, Gurudeva.
Here, Krishna, take this. Come on then, let's go.
How wonderful these sweet pastimes of Krishna. Have you written any of these things?
I have not told anything like that.
And also, Krishna runs in fear of Mother Yashoda, although fear personified runs in fear of him.
Oh, you friend of the monkeys, come here. Hey, Chor, king of thieves, come here.
And even Mother Yashoda caught Krishna, although he is the cause of all causes, and bound him to a grinding water. Although all the spiritual and material worlds reside in his belly. Did you write how Krishna, being always eager to please Srimati Radhika and serve her in any way, begs to massage her lotus feet? And when she fulfills his desire, he feels immense pleasure. Have you written all these pastimes, all these facts about the Supreme Lord?
No, Gurudeva. I have not written these things.
And also, Radhika, when she becomes Manani, in a sulky mood, Krishna comes to pacify her in various ways. Because of his nefarious activities, he has displeased her. He tries to pacify her again and again. He places his peacock feather at her lotus feet. And then his dearmost flute. And if even that won't satisfy her, he will place his head at her lotus feet. And he'll plead.
I will never cause any offence at your lotus feet ever again. Please, excuse me. Please, believe me. I will never do it again.
How beautiful these sweet pastimes. Have you written any of these sweet pastimes?
Never. I know nothing of such pastimes.
Then what have you written? Have you written how Krishna told?
Oh, my dear gopis. Oh, Radha, I am totally indebted by you, and I can never repay you for your love, service, and renunciation, even if I had a lifetime of Brahma.
Know that Krishna laments for these gopis and feels separation for them, cries and cries in separation for them, even though he is Atmaram, up to calm, completely self-satisfied and without any material attachments. Have you written any of these things?
Oh, Gurudev, how could I write about such confidential moods? I have no realizations. What can I do?
You should meditate and enter samadhi. And when, by the mercy of Bhakti Devi, Krishna's pastimes manifest in your heart, you should write them down for the benefit of all humanity.
Sri Narada Muni then told Srila Vyasadeva his own past history, explaining how he attained Uttama Bhakti. He described how, by serving pure devotees, hearing their Hare Katha and taking their prasad remnants, he became purified. Then he explained how his mother was bitten by a snake and died when he was only 5 years old, and taking it as the special mercy of the Lord, he left for the forest and began to meditate upon Paramatma, the Supersoul.
liked me. But in a moment, you disappeared, leaving me broken-hearted. What can I do? How can I live my life without seeing you? I must again meditate on your exquisite form.
However, although repeatedly meditating and concentrating on the Lord in my heart, that attractive form did not manifest again. I became so dissatisfied and so aggrieved. But then, the merciful Supreme Lord spoke to me with gravity and pleasing words, just to mitigate my grief.
O Narad, I regret that during this lifetime, you will not be able to see me anymore. As it is not so easy for those who haven't perfected their bhakti and are not completely free from all material taints to see me. O virtuous one, I have given you darshan of my form only once, just to increase your desire for me. Because the more you hanker for me, the more you will be freed from all material desires. Thus you will achieve a transcendental form as my eternal associate, and forever see me.
And thus I travelled all over the world, chanting the glories of the Lord everywhere. And at the end of my life, I attained a transcendental form as an eternal associate of the Lord. I became Narada Muni and travelled everywhere without restriction, singing on my transcendental Venu, the name, fame, glories of the Lord constantly. It is personally experienced by me that the only way to cross over this ocean of nescience is to constantly hear about, glorify, and remember the transcendental activities, name, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Lord. O Vyasadeva, therefore you should please vividly describe the transcendental activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. O Brahmana, now I have explained to you my birth and activities for self-realization, as you have asked. Now I will leave all my blessings unto you.
Then sat down to meditate in his own ashram by the river Sarasvati. Thus, he fixed his mind by the process of Bhakti Yoga without any tinge of material thought, and saw the pastimes, and saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all of his pastimes, along with his external energy, which was under full control. Thus, Vyasadeva realized that the only way people could become free from all miseries was by the process of Bhakti Yoga. Therefore, he compiled Srimad Bhagavatam in order to inspire everyone to take up this process and develop love and attachment for Sri Krishna, which would automatically extinguish the fire of lamentation illusion, and fearfulness. Then Vyasadeva narrated this great treatise to his own son, Gurudeva Goswami, who in turn related it to Sri Parikshit Maharaj. And tomorrow evening, we will see how Parikshit Maharaj came to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam from the lips of Sri Shukadeva Goswami on the bank of the Ganges. Srimad Bhagavatam ki!
Drama play. Who has narrated this story? Oh, my heartily blessings to Charu Chandrika. Then my blessing to Narada Goswami and Shiva. Vyasdev, very good role. Also, the role of Vyasdev, who was meditating, and Krishna came and in Narayana form, and he showed him. Narayana. And then also very beautiful narrations of so many sweet pastimes of Krishna came, and all you enjoyed. So my heartily blessings to all those who have taken part in that drama play. Gaur Premanand.
Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vajjacari Chatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vajjacari Namo Vishnupadaya Gaura Prestaya Bhutale Sima Bhakti Pradyana Nitya Viti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Gaura Prestaya Bhutale Sima Bhakti Pradyana Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Saraswati Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Saraswati Namine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Premanande. Gita go Premanande. Srila Gurudeva ki. Srila Prabhupada ki.
অ্যানাউন্স করবে আগে করবে কি পরে জিজ্ঞেস করছে অ্যানাউন্স করবে কিছু অ্যানাউন্স
Gita
ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालय कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातरया जुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तर्वोऽभिनेदु तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे त्वं नयमां शरणं। Oh, you swear now.
Ich wollte die Devotees, muss auf Englisch sein. I would like to ask all those devotees who do not have and want to have a bus ride to the Frankfurt airport, not the Frankfurt Hahn airport, to register with Tilak Das. We will try to arrange, or actually will arrange, for a bus or transportation for you to the airport. We just have to know what size bus to rent, so please register as soon as possible, preferably today, with Tilak Raj so we can order an appropriate bus. Yes, Frankfurt International Airport. Tomorrow there will be a fire yagna just outside the temple room at 10 o'clock. So that means no darshan, right?
Yeah, darshan is here.
Darshan is, okay, so darshan will be at the same time inside.
We can have fire yagna 9:30.
9:30? Okay. Alright, so fire yagna at 9:30. Tunga Vidya Didi invites all ladies at 11:30 to this hall, to the hall entrance actually, for an SIS meeting. It's for ladies only. Please come. If you want to know what SIS is, you will find out when you come, otherwise you won't. And another thing, tomorrow evening, before the evening program, we request all the devotees who have brought their deities with them to remove them from the altar there. Tomorrow evening, before the program begins, we would like to ask you to remove the deities, because after the program, we will start taking down the decoration and preparing to bring things to what they were before we had the festival here. Thank you.
My millions of Dandat Pranam in the lotus feet of my Paramaradhatam Guru Pad Padma, Om Vishnu Pasi Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Kishore Goswami Maharaj, and same in the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru Om Vishnu Pasi Srimad Bhakti Vedant Swami Maharaj. Now Sukadeva Goswami began to tell all other should pastimes which took place. One day in Grishma Kal, in hot summer day, when Krishna was cow herding, the boys became very, very thirsty. And there they saw Jamuna was flowing. But they don't knew that now Kali has made this. And then at once some cows and some friends took some water and drank. At once they became faint. Then Krishna saw that, and then by his eyes he looked, and through that Amrit gave nectar, and they again alive. Then he began to think, oh, this is very bad that Kaliya is here. Anyhow, this is very nearer to Vrindavan, so I must do something that Kaliya should go away from here. And then what became?
Mukam karoti vachalam pangumun gayate girim yat kripam tamam bandi shri guru dinatarinam omagyam timiram dasya gyananjana shalakaya shakshun metamena tasmaya shri gurave namaha. First of all, I offer my very incident to the merciful guardians of my poor devotion, Shri Srimad Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada, Shri Srimad Govinda Goswami Maharaja, and His Divine Loving Grace, Srila Gurudeva. So now we are in Vrindavan, and we have seen that Raja Kamsa has sent one by one all his henchmen to try to kill Krishna. Now, here we come to another character. He's the only character that Krishna will subdue, which is not sent by Kamsa himself. Kaliya was already there himself. He's a unique character there. Now the question can be asked, but why Kamsa himself didn't come? Kamsa was stronger than 10,000 elephants, and why he has sent people one after another? So there is an interesting story. Just prior to Krishna's birth, Kamsa crossed the Jamuna to come to Vrindavan. As soon as he came across, Purnamasi, Yogamaya caught him, and she dipped him in the Jamuna, and he came out in the old body of an old lady. Then the gopis came and they gave him all kind of chores. He had to wash the dishes, he had to do kodang patties. And he was in so much distress, he begged and begged Purnamasi, and she said, one condition, you never come back to Vrindavan. That's why he was sending other people in his stead. That's a little digression. So after sending all those people, still Krishna was doing well in Vrindavan. Then Krishna, after seeing that his friend had been poisoned by Kaliya, he decided something must be done. Now, it's a long, long story. I don't know if I should tell the whole thing. You know that Garuda, the king of snakes, is a natural enemy of the snakes, the king of the birds. Now, he was there was a trust made, an arrangement made by the snakes and Garuda. Because Garuda would come, just swoop down on a snake, anyone, and just take him. So they decided, let's make a deal. Every month we'll give you a certain amount of snakes, and you'll just be satisfied with that, and not come and just ransacking the whole place, killing so many snakes. So the deal was made. But Kaliya was a very crooked snake, and sometimes before Garuda would come, he would come and eat the snakes himself. So Garuda was very, very angry, and he decided, I will kill this Kaliya. Now Kaliya knew that Garuda, there was only one place in the whole world he couldn't come. That was this Kaliya Rad, this lake in Jamuna. Because previously, Sobari Muni had been doing austerities in the Jamuna. And Garuda, not only he eats fishes, he also eats snakes, he eats also fish. So one day he came and he took the leader of the whole flock of fish. And Sobari Muni was been doing his meditations there. He kind of felt that he was a well-wisher, the protector of the fish. And the fish were in great distress. Sobari Muni took it upon himself to give a curse even to the bird carrier, great devotee Garuda. So he cursed him. He said, if you ever come back here, you will die. This is a fact. Kaliya was the only one who knew about that. So when Garuda decided to kill him, he thought, oh, only one place I can take shelter of, this place. So he went to Vrindavan, and he took shelter in that Kaliya Rad. Now, because of his nasty nature, actually, among all obstacles to Bhakti, Kaliya represents Dvesh, envy, personified malice. You know that Thakur Bhaktivinoda, the seventh Goswami, he has explained that when Krishna appears in Vrindavan, he takes away the mundane conception which is inherent in the conditioned soul's conception of the spiritual world. But not only does he do that, but after he removes one by one all the obstacles to the ecstatic emotions of Braj. So after so many obstacles, then we've come today to the 10th one, which is subduing Kaliya. Kaliya represents malice, envy, dvesh, and we know snake They're very envious. When I was a young devotee, Prabhupada once told a story that if you kill, in Mayapur there was some cobra who had been killed. Prabhupada said, oh, you must kill him and cut his head and pierce his eyes. Because there's so many envious living entities ready to take a snake body. If you don't do that, some other soul will come and then will enter the dead body and it will go on again. No. So snake means enviousness, dvesh, malice. And Kaliya is this personified malice. Now, Mukut Shiromani Gurudeva, he has given a very nice purport to that. No, he is the king of all Rasik Vaishnavas. And he has explained a few years ago, maybe some of you remembered, that when Gurudeva was given an explanation of Yashmati Nandan Bhajan, he was explaining Yashmati Nandana Barajabaram Nagara Gokularam Janakam. Oh, so much nectar is flowing. Then suddenly, in the middle of a pot of nectar, there is Kaliya Daman. And what does this poisonous snake comes to do in a pot of nectar? But Gurudev, with his Rasik vision, is that explained, no, this pastime actually is a Purvarag pastime. Krishna wanted to show his prowess to the young gopis. He came in the mood of Dhirodhata, hero, showing his valor, his prowess, his beauty. And he took advantage of that lila to come and dance on a very, very moving platform. We're coming to that now. Krishna was thinking, I have to rid Vrindavan of this rascal poisoning Jamuna. Kaliya was living with his family, his friends, his associates, his children, his wives there. And he had 101 heads, the 100 heads of lust, our old friend and enemy that we all know about. All the different varieties of lust, that's 101 heads of Kaliya. And from each head, so much poison was emanating and boiling the water of Jamuna and poisoning everything. To such an extent that you've all read in Krishna book or heard before that even the birds flying above, the water was so poisonous, Ramnam Satyahe, he would go down in the water. He would be finished. And every creeper, every tree, everything around the lake, Kaliyarad, had been died. Except for one tree, who had received one drop of nectar carried by Garuda in the previous pastime. And that tree was waiting with the hope, how can I do some service for Sri Krishna? Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad explained like this. So Krishna decided, I'm going to chastise that rascal and get rid of him. So he climbed on the tree, tucked his clothes, and swam down, jumped down in the lake. Now Krishna's weight, it is said that when Krishna jumped, the weight of the whole universe was in his stomach, his abdomen, right? So when he jumped inside, the waves, they went to the sky. And miles outside, like that. And Krishna started to play in the water, making such a beautiful sound, splashing the water, playing, that at once Kaliya understood, someone is trespassing in my kingdom. He became very upset. So at once he came, and he attacked Krishna. He beat him on the chest and he caught him. And Krishna, at the beginning, he played like he was just an ordinary human boy. After all, this is Naravat Lila, human-like pastimes. And he allowed the snake to catch him within his coils. And for some time he was lying there. Now at the same time when this happened, so many omens, bad omens, started to manifest in Vrindavan. In the land, in the sky, in people. All the court boys started to have their left eye twinkling, which is a bad omen according to Vedic culture. And they all felt something wrong is going on. Or maybe Krishna has been killed. This is very bad. Thunderbolt, all kind of bad omens were there. So some Kaurats, they were grazing the cows nearby and working in the fields. They came and they saw that Krishna is there in the middle. Krishna, their dear, their Lala, dearer than their life, is within the cords that gigantic snake. So they felt so aggrieved. So immediately they sent the news back to Vrindavan, and everyone started to come. And it is said that just by seeing Krishna's lotus feet, there were thousands and lakhs of people, cows, they all came to the bank of the lake. But Krishna's lotus feet are so special that they could trace him among all the different footprints, hundreds and thousands of footprints. They could see, this is all Lala's footprints, up to the bank of the river. It is said that Mother Yashoda, she was completely mad in anguish. You know that Mother Yashoda, her love is so great. She can give up millions of bodies just to spare one sweat bead on the forehead of Krishna. So imagine how much anxiety was hers when she saw her darling, Lala, Kaniya, within the coil of that gigantic snake. They were trying, the gopis had to catch her, so that she wouldn't jump in the water to try to save him. Everyone was so mad. Balaram had not been there before. That's why they were also so much in anxiety. They were thinking, oh, today Krishna went, but Balaram was not there to protect him. Something must have happened. When Balaram came, he saw Krishna, and he was thinking, usually Krishna doesn't care to play with me in my form of Ananta sage. But now today, he's playing with this worthless, mundane snake. Let us see what he has in mind. So because he knew that his brother was invincible at Gita, he was smiling very peacefully. Then by seeing him smile, everyone became a little pacified. Now Krishna decided, I have put them enough anxiety, their love has increased enough now. Because Krishna is always wanting to taste more and more love. After some time, the love is subsiding somewhat. So he's creating some boost so that this love will increase again. And how is he doing that? The usual way that he does. He puts his devotee in great anxiety, great separation. Then they feel so much more love, an upsurge of love in their heart. Then Krishna feels, oh, now again they love me so much. That's because he wants to enjoy the rasa. So one thing he's interested in. So Krishna's decided now it's enough. Now their love has come to a good standard again. And now I can enjoy. I can show now my prowess. And then Krishna expanded his body and Kaliya had to let go of him. And at once Krishna jumped on his hood and he started to dance. And all of you who are going to Vrajamandal Parikram, you know it is the first day of the Parikram, and every time our Rasananda Maharaj is explaining, chanting how Krishna was dancing on the heads of Kaliya.
तांडवगति मुंडन पर नृत्य बनमाली तांडवगति मुंडन पर नृत्य बनमाली पम 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 पद पद गत पम पम पद पद गत पम पम पद पद गत पम 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 फन पौपर पम पम pam pada pada gata pam 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 phana paupar bing 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 pinata karata bing 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 pinata karata nagabadhuali तांडवगति मुंडन पर श्रीसत बनमाली तांडवगति मुंडन पर श्रीसत बनमाली सन 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 कादिक सन 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 कादिक नाम 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 नारद